Hi, Vinny.
Hi, Nagesh. Do we have a good connection?
Yeah, it seems I just joined like 30 seconds before you joined. So
Okay, yeah. I was just checking to see if anybody else was on. It's just you and me, I guess. So, okay, I saw your emails about why are they charging you these fees and everything. We got to get to the bottom of it. It's all BS.
if you miss 1 month by any chance, my other question is, can they keep on charging that $5 for that, like without notifying me? Because of that one miscalculation, even if you have a $1 account pending from the previous month, they are charging $5. I think that's not right.
I agree with you. In fact, I was going to raise this last night. When we pay our taxes, property taxes, personally, I've been down to Stroudsburg. I pay them in person. They give you the entire month to pay, including if your money order and the postmark is on the last business day of the month. As long as it's within the month, it's okay. That's the way I would vote.
Yeah, because the mail service, they may not, they may deliver it on 6th, but even if I mailed it on 1st, bank mails it on 1st. They get the check on 5th and they go to the bank and deposit on 6th. They're charging $5. That is also not right,
Yeah.
even according to the current conditions.
Okay. Well, I'll share something with you. I've been here 5 years, and the person who was in charge of the front office 5 years ago, her name was Ashanti,
Yeah,
and
I know her. I know
she
her. Yeah.
tried to run a scam on me. Okay, so all I've been dealing with in 5 years is scams. I'm fucking tired of this.
Yeah, I bought John's unit actually, John LaPointe from your building. He was
Yeah,
also in,
right.
he was
Oh,
also in
you're
this.
the guy who bought it?
Yeah, because I want to help him because he's stuck into this thing with so much debt over his head which he can't pay. And
Yeah.
then yeah, that's why I try to work out a deal, and I got all these things straightened out, got all the court settlements cleared against his name, and he's clear right now. But like due to COVID, he's not leaving the apartment. That's a different story. But right now, he's all clear.
Yeah, because of the COVID virus and all that bullshit. Yeah.
He's using that as a thing. But anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, I bought that unit from him and cleared
Yeah.
all his court judgments and everything. Like I took all that pain, hiring an attorney, going to the court, and all clearing all those things for him because
Yeah.
like he was in this kind of mess like from the previous how many ever like years it may be. So
Yeah. Well, he's helped me in the past. He took me to a voting meeting when we had it at the library. I don't drive. I'm minimum income. I'm on fixed income, and I don't even own a car. So he took me up there. That's where I met Edgar, who seemed to be a very charismatic person. But from what I'm hearing now, if he's going to run this place like a slum, he's got other properties. Run them like a slum. The people here don't want to live in a slum because he's like the head of the top of the pyramid. Run your own shit that way. Don't run our business that way.
yeah,
And I don't even know about this guy, Brad. Uh, I get no satisfaction from him either. And I'm just babbling. That's all. So,
no, as long as they are reasonable, we are okay to do it. But thing is, like, there is no communication, there is no two-way communication open, there is no channel like to discuss these things. There's no one to go around. Like, there's no proper set of guidelines who everyone can follow. So that's what like pisses me off.
yeah, I don't know where the law is as far as civil liability and criminal liability because the state of Pennsylvania has laws. You have to stick to the law of the condo and the charter and the covenant and everything. Now, if somebody breaks those laws, does that come under civil law? Or if they're stealing money and misallocating money, does that come under criminal law? I don't know.
No, I don't know either. So.
Yeah. I've been wanting to call the Attorney General's office, but they're short staffed and I don't have the friggin' time for that, you know? That's why I recommended my attorney that she can answer the questions, but she wants to get paid. And I don't
I know,
blame her.
obviously, like it's. I don't blame her though, but thing is, it's the way it is. The business is run like that. So
Yeah. I mean, other attorneys charge 3,000 up front. She's only charging 1,000.
I know the attorneys are like, I mean, doctors and attorneys they cost much money, so
Yeah.
things are not free. But anyway, that's justifiable, so to some extent. I'm not saying that they are that
Yeah.
because it's a corporation. Like they don't. I mean, if it is an individual like you, then there are free organizations who can help you. Like for
Yeah.
example, if you need help, there are organizations who can help getting you legal services. But this, see, we're fighting against a company or an organization.
Yeah.
It has to be a professional engagement, I think.
Mhm.
7:30 probably, like, yeah, they'll join at 7:30.
Yeah.
I don't think Edgar is going to join anyway. So
Okay, I'm going to leave the link open, but I'm going to go to my email and there's something I have to download from somebody else. So pardon me, I'm just going to be clicking.
okay, no
Uh,
issues.
yeah.
I'm also on my bike, like doing exercise. So you
Yeah.
put you on mute. Yeah.
It's a wonderful technology. I helped design this technology, but only the last couple of months I've really been using it. I'm not the inventor. I design the circuit boards for the hardware, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it. I'm a computer science engineer. Like I did electrics and electrical and electronics for 2 semesters. So I'm familiar with all the board design and all those things.
Yeah.
But my primary job is more of like a programming. Like I'm a
Yeah, I never got into the software. The hardware is more my specialty. And I only have one client now. I used to have 30 clients. Then I burned out, and only this one client stuck with me. So he gives me a couple projects here and there. And at least I'm not overburdened. But when he gives me stuff to do, I got to focus. I got to do it. And uh, like I said, I'm semi-retired. I don't want to bust my hump like a young man. I'm not a young man anymore.
Yep, you're all getting there. It's a one-way street. So
Yeah, right.
did you get a chance to see the Natalie's reply, Gambino? I don't understand what he wrote, so I didn't understand.
I think they were broadcasting communications to make everybody aware of their communications. Um, and I just read it. It did not apply to me because I haven't sold any properties. And when this place, when I purchased it 5 years ago, the deed, the title was given to me. Everything was cleared at the attorney's office, and it was all nice and clean until Ashanti screwed everything up, and that's when I stopped paying. Now, if this preferred management, if they're going to continue giving us or giving me a hard time, I'm going to contact my attorney and say, look, I'm going to stop paying them because they're illegitimate, and I will pay my legitimate arrears. But all these things they're tacking on, like late fees and attorney fees and everything, we got all that settled last year, what my balance was and where we move forward from there. And all these other things are illegitimate. I won't pay them. And if they send a sheriff over here, make sure they don't send the sheriff over here because I got more power than them. I own this place. Nobody's throwing me out. And In our concerned Snowshoe Condo Association, we have to vote on when we're going to call the sheriff, when we're going to call an attorney, and when we're going to have the sheriff come and give notice on people. That's how it's done, not the way those clowns are doing it. So I don't accept that.
Okay, we will see where this end up. Like anyway, it's a good thing we are all the owners are getting together. So
Yeah.
um,
I hope more people would vote. I don't know what's wrong with my neighbor, Ruth. She didn't vote, and there's other people here who are entitled to vote. There's new people. It's a husband and wife in a building across the way. I think the guy's name, Derek. Okay. I didn't see Derek voting. So what's up with these people? We got to have a majority. And it's just like the U.S. elections. If an election is called and you decide not to vote, well, then what's the word that they use? You bypassed it. You conceded. We go here by the same rules. If you didn't vote, well, we still have to take the majority of the people who did vote.
I think like they are not because of technology they're not familiar with how to vote. Like I think that's what there is some discrepancy there.
Yeah, could be. Well, I hope to find out. I'm going to email them. Derek, I have his email. I'm going to email him personally. What's up, man? Okay, this video is on BitChute. Coronavirus and the mark of the beast. It's not about your health, and it never was. Okay, I got to download this and look at this later on because this guy is having a Zoom meeting tomorrow night that I participate in. I learn a lot from this guy. A lot of bullshit about the coronavirus. It's
Yeah, it's over 7:30. So 4 minutes past 30. Nobody joined yet. No one joined yet.
No, not yet. Oh well. If you ever come out here for a meeting, I got a couple of good videos I'd like to share with you. I started doing videos of live musical acts, about 10 years ago, because I lived in New Jersey at the time, and New York was only a hop, skip, and a jump. And I would
Mhm.
go down to 42nd Street, BB King's, and I got to make friends with everybody. And I would ask bands, please let me videotape you. I'll give it to you for free. You'll be helping me cut some chops doing a live club. So they let me in, and this is the way. I didn't have to pay to get in. They put me on the guest list. Okay. So, and I give them the video. So word got around. I started meeting people. Then I met Premick Russell Tubbs. I don't expect you to know his name, but you've seen him and you've heard him 1,000 times. He plays a festival in Mumbai every year where 60 million people um, um, go to the festival. He's played with Carlos Santana, Ravi Shankar, and everything. And John McLaughlin. John McLaughlin lives in India, I believe. You know the guitarist John McLaughlin?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I remember like seeing
Yeah.
reels.
Okay. He wears Sri Chinmoy clothes and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my friend was actually a personal disciple of Sri Chinmoy. He knew him personally, and but he's a white guy. He's Irish. So we became friends. He invited me to his things, and he does the most beautiful work. He plays flute, saxophone, and pedal steel guitar. He's played with Sting, Paul Simon, Whitney Houston, the Khan brothers from Mumbai. He lived with the Khan brothers in Mumbai. And I have some recordings of him and the Khan brothers and the sitar and the tablet drums. It's just over the top. I can't fucking believe how these guys play tabla. I mean, they make it sing. So I got a lot of that stuff. And as long as you don't sell it, it's okay. It's just friend among friend. if he puts them up on the website, it's okay for him to do it, but I don't put it up on websites.
Mhm.
But yeah, I got my explorations in Indian music. I never met John McLaughlin, but I met a lot of people. They introduced me to a lot of people. And that's when I lived in New Jersey. But out here, I don't have a car. I don't do that anymore. I just do local things.
How do you survive in snowshoe without a car? Is there a bus?
Yeah, that's why I moved up here,
Okay.
because the bus is right outside the door, and everything is within walking distance.
Okay.
Right down the block is the Dollar General store. I do
Mhm.
most of my shopping there, and they have everything except fresh vegetables. And then I can go down to ShopRite, which is a New Jersey store. I know ShopRite. My bank is down there. There's a laundromat right next to the Dollar General. So I get around fine. I've been here 5 years without a car.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's just like, I don't want the expense because when I came up here, I had to get out of bankruptcy in New Jersey. I had a 4 bedroom house in New Jersey. I inherited it, but the taxes were too much, put me into bankruptcy. I sold the house. I took my cash. I said, "That's it." I came up here. I bought this place cash, and then all the bullshit started. And all we are conduits to make money and spend money, and people are always trying to steal in between. So I've never been able to get above board. I can't save any money. Anything I earn goes right out the door. All right. Maybe next year I want to buy a car because I live close to the rifle range. It's only 6 miles away. And that's my hobby. I like guns. I like to go shoot at the rifle range. Ammunition is not a problem. I make my own ammunition. So I've been doing that by bus, but it's easier if I have a car. And I live a very, very humble life. I don't need much. This place is actually too big for me. I had two other people living here, friends who lost their places. One of them was a guy, and he was a Vietnam veteran. He lived here about a year. And 6 months into that, I met a woman who was facing homelessness. And she asked me to do her a favor to live here for a little while. Not my girlfriend, but just as a friend. So here was this attractive woman living with these two older guys, and then, gosh, it became nuts. My other roommate, he was trying to get in her pants, right? She didn't want it. All right. She wound up sleeping with me to keep him away from her. And I didn't want this either. And it's like, it just became nuts. And I'm glad when it all ended. One went this way, the other went that way. Now I'm all alone and I'm happy. No drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, about the bus, next year I'll be 65, and the bus is free when you're 65. You don't
Oh,
get that
really?
in New York and New Jersey. So it's a good thing. And they all know me. And that's part of my social outlet where the bus drivers actually go out of their way, uh, you know, to be nice to people that they know. All right.
Yeah.
I go up to the food bank, where there's a food bank called Mountain Center. And every week you go up to the food bank. Well, I take the bus to the food bank, and the woman knows me. She waits for me to get my food so I can get back on the bus and go back. People are nice up here, all except the management companies. Donald, who lives in my building, John lives in my building. I'm on one corner, John is on the other corner. Same building.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy. He's helped me. There's a guy here who works for the condo association called Donald. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. What city you live in now?
I live in Stroudsburg.
What?
Snydersville.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's about 15 miles, maybe like 15 miles from there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know Stroudsburg. I go to the gun store down there. I pay my taxes down there. You know that gun store at Dunkelberger's. It's a good
Oh,
store. They got good prices when they have guns in stock. Last year it was March 13th. The president gave the lockdown order about COVID virus. I knew this was coming, so I went down to Dunkelberger's. I saw two guns that I wanted to buy. I bought them the day that the president made the announcement, and the next day you could not get a gun. They totally sold out. So I'm glad I got them when I did. You need any ammo, you let me know.
I'm not into that.
No, you're not
I don't
into
know.
that?
I never held a gun in my life.
All right. Well, you come up here, I'll teach you how to shoot. Every person should be able to defend themselves. My father was a World War II veteran, so I grew up in a house where there were guns, and you had to respect them. And although Pennsylvania is a carry state, I don't carry. I don't have enough money for anybody to steal. Somebody wants my wallet? Here, take it. Here, you can have it. All right? I'm not going to kill you for the $15 that's in there. I don't care. I do it as an engineering thing because I engineer my own ammo and I make my own bullets. So it's like I come from the engineering industry where the target is hit the target, hit the circle. Okay, do it at 50 yards, do it at 100 yards. So it's a technical engineering challenge of me, my skill, and my equipment. It's just like designing a circuit board. There's a good way to do it, there's a better way to do it, and then there's the best way to do it. So that's that's what engineers do. Good, better, best.
17 minutes. I don't think anyone is going to join today.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until 8 o'clock, and uh, maybe it'll happen tomorrow. Joe's a good guy, and you said you can't run because of conflict of interest with your business or something.
Conflict of interest with my work. Yeah,
Uh,
I can't take any positions outside
okay.
what I do.
Yeah.
It's called outside business interests. So I cannot have anything.
Yeah. Okay. Got to do what you got to do.
So you live next to Ruth, right? Ruth Sanchez is your neighbor.
Yeah. We're both on the second floor. Yeah.
Then John's unit, and then the new building.
John is on the far end of the building.
John is in the middle, right?
No. You bought John's place?
Yeah.
He is one in. He's next. No.
Next to Ruth. He's
No.
next to Ruth.
Is it? No, there's
Yeah.
6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Only 4.
Oh, there's 4 on top. Okay, he's next to Ruth. Yeah.
Is Thomas also live there, or Thomas
Yeah,
rents out?
Tom, I think is below John. Yeah.
No, Tom is other end. I mean, corner.
The corner. Yeah. Yeah.
John is in the middle, actually. So
Yeah. You heard about the double homicide here?
Yeah. I was there on the following day, like for some call. So yeah, I
Okay. Who owns that apartment? Is that an Edgar apartment?
Natalie's.
Oh, Natalie? Okay, yeah. Because somebody told me they can't rent it. There's blood all over the place. They ripped down the walls because they were running a drug operation, and the police ripped down all the walls and everything. Did you know this?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay, well, you heard it from me.
It's either Edgar's or Natalis. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm doubt. Like I don't know which who owns that.
Who's this joining us? Hello. Shaniqua's phone.
Hi, Vinny.
Hi, how you doing?
I
We're,
think.
we're just hanging out
Right.
here.
Uh,
You got fluorescent lights. Are you at work or
no,
church?
that's just a picture of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just a picture. Because I have to. I can only get on for a quick few minutes, and then I have to go to something else. But Nagesh, I saw your email. I was gonna reply to it later, but I had the same problem with them. I had to send them all of my stuff, and I had to deal with the attorney for a little bit. And once I proved to them that I paid everything, that's the only time that they actually removed the late fees and everything else. So
Yeah, I already
it's
did that. I already like sent all the statements, cancel checks, everything.
right.
But they are stuck on that first month dispute. I don't know what that is all about, right?
Yeah, it's like you have to do their work for them.
Yeah, right now, like I'm not paying like last 3 months. I will see like where it ends. Yeah, it's a silly dispute. I mean, it's unnecessary work for both sides. Like it's
Right. Yeah. I know I had to wind up speaking to Brad because after I sent them everything and everything that they corrected, and then they still wanted to charge me late fees and everything else. And I was like, I'm not paying a late fee. I wasn't late. So there's no reason for me to pay a late fee or an attorney's fee. Because had you did what you were supposed to be doing, you would have never sent it over to the attorney to begin with.
how does the late fee work? Like if you missed a payment in the middle and you like nobody you didn't notice that and you
Well,
continue paying from the following month, like will the late fee like every month applies?
yes, because the late fee is on the arrears. And if there's, like, say, for instance, if there's a balance from the month before, it's going to automatically be there because every month now you have a late fee that's going to come because there's an aging on that account.
I think
So,
that's a wrong practice. Actually, there should be interest on the arrears and late fee for not paying for the month. That's a normal practice in financial world. Let's say if you have a credit card, let's say I take an example of credit card, right?
mhm,
You have credit card balance this month. As long as you pay your minimum balance for the rest of the life, they only charge interest. They don't charge late fees.
right.
So this is, I mean, it's supposed to be like that. I don't know, like no.
That's something we're going to
Well,
have to vote on when we fire those clowns.
the way that the late fees used to work was the late fees used to be like some places will charge you now an interest or a late fee, whichever is greatest. So Snowshoe has just adopted that flat fee of $5 late fee if at any point in time you had a balance on the account. So every month that $5 fee would go on there. And most likely they have it set up so that the late fee automatically goes on if the balance doesn't go to zero before the 5th of every month.
Hmm.
Yeah. So in my case, like they added like attorney fees in the middle, which I don't know. So let's say they added some attorney fees without my knowledge and they don't send statements every month. How do I know that they added that and then like every month like I'm paying 225 automatic payments
Right.
and I never know that, right? Nobody will know that like that they added like $1 like on my top of my account and then it's always delinquent. That in my opinion that's like not a right practice. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Discuss that next.
I agree with you. The problem is that they only send a statement. Like, I know I've only received in the entire time that they've been doing it, I've only received a statement, I think, twice. The most recent one that they just sent out, and then I think last year I think they sent out a statement. Um, and the first time when they took over, so it was 3 times that I got statements from them. That was it. I haven't gotten any other statements from them, and if they're not notifying people that they are adding these additional fees, there is no way that you would know. Because that's the same thing that I did. Like I had mine set up automatically through the bank as well. So that's why I was able to go in, print out everything quickly. But they're not, number one, they're not communicating with the attorney either. Because even when they get payments, if the attorney has already been notified or whatever, they're not updating the attorney to let the attorney know that they did get payments. They need to update their records, and there should be no attorney fees added on at that point because the attorney is not doing anything.
What is
Have you been
attorney doing
contacted
for
by the attorney?
$74 a month?
Say again.
What will an attorney do for $74 a month per unit? I don't know what kind of work they do.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Most
right.
attorneys
Okay.
are not. Most attorneys are working. If they're working per hour, their rate is not going to be $70-something per month. Most likely, what they're doing is they're adding a percentage to the account for attorney's fees.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's got to be struck down and abrogated because that's illegitimate. I didn't vote on it. I don't know who did, and I consider, when I was going through my thing with my attorney going after Brad's attorney, okay, they work for us. This is our Snowshoe, okay? My attorney found errors and discrepancies in Brad's books and what he communicated to his attorney. We got that all straightened out. We showed them in black and white. Here is where your errors are. Okay. And then it's like, oh, duh. Gee, you're smarter than us. We were trying to get over on you. All right. They didn't say that, of course, but it's a fraudulent operation and I consider it invalid. We got to start this shit straight.
If I would have known this, like this practice, I would pay once a year, right? I will go and invest like the $2,500 like somewhere else and pay that $60, like $12,560 as a late fee.
Right.
And that will bring me more money actually.
That's true.
If I go invest that $2,500, like I can make more than $60 a year.
Right. I know. Yeah. I don't know. Now you said you had said something also about it was before you brought your unit.
Yeah, because my closing date was September 17th, and they charged me from September 1st onwards. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I know that there was some discrepancies with when people purchase a unit. When they give you that resale certificate, they're basically saying that everything has been taken care of and you now have a zero balance. Your account should not go according to the previous owner's account either. I know that Renee was having that problem. They tied something into her new account with the previous owner. So I don't know.
Anyway, that's fine. I'd wait and see like how it goes. So right. Now I know the technique, right? Instead of paying like for the year, like I may as well pay the late fees.
Right.
No, if they go this path, it's advantage to me. Like I can pay the attorney fees and late fees, and like invest that money somewhere else and make that money out, and pay the late fees at the end of the year. Right? Why pay every month if they're not like doing it right?
Right. I know. Well,
yeah, Joe responded like, I think there won't be any meeting today. So
yes, I saw that. Yeah, I think they had the meeting last night because I told Renee I couldn't get on last night, but I just figured I would jump on real quick because I saw the message that you sent a little bit ago on WhatsApp. So.
Yeah, Joe is working on it. Did Joe copy you on his communication with Edgar? Edgar is non-committal about joining tonight.
Oh, okay. Was that the plan? The plan was for Edgar to be on tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe wrote me that he posted to many people. Maybe he copied it to you too, that he's still working on it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
All
nice
right.
talking to you guys. So like I don't want to hold you guys. So have a
Yes.
good day.
Have a
Good evening.
good night.
Take care.
All right. Bye bye.